Hello, educators and partners. I'm Josh Oakes with smartsocial.com. And in this video, Rachel's from our awesome content team, we're going to walk you through some of the things you need to know about to use our resources over the next few months. Now, this video primarily is for those who are partnering with us in February of 2023. Take a peek at the screen. You're going to see that in January, we taught a whole lot about using social media in a positive way to get that dream college career, dream job, and everything else. It was awesome. If you need to watch the replay, I'll show you exactly where to find it and how to send it out. February is really big on TikTok. Now, what I want you to know is we're going to host these parent event nights for you. If you choose to partner with us, if you're a partner, you're going to get special links to our exclusive Zoom room. And we have many, many of these to pick from. So there's no parent left behind, whether it's a Tuesday night that they already have something or Wednesday. We have a lot of these live with me so that we can answer questions. In addition, we have replays for that. You bring your kids to the first half or the whole thing. The first half is really the positive side of TikTok with a little bit of caveats to be careful and so on. The last half is full of experts and so on, where I'll be moderating, and you're going to see psychologists, therapists, counselors, and all kinds of our experts talking about some of the caveats of TikTok and how you can keep it positive as a family. And stay tuned for March, April, and May as we talk about some other really big apps. All right, we're diving on into smartsocial.com, where we're going to click on the member resources button up here in the upper right. And we are going, here's where you watch the replay in the upper right. Once you're logged in, you'll be able to watch the replay of last month's event, so no one is left behind. This is an edited down version, super easy. How do you know you're logged in? It'll tell you right there, you're logged in. All right, Rachel, walk us through some of the resources that our partners need to know about.
Yeah, so first of all, we've got Mom Talk. Beth and I sat down, we're both from the content team, and we sat down and talked about how priorities and rules change from day to day, depending on the phase of parenting you're at. So that's a good one to understand where your students are at and how you need to be flexible. Life 360 is an app that has been around for a while. It is a real-time location sharing app that is popular with a lot of parents, but there are some things that parents need to know and some warnings that we have for them. So that's a great one to go through. We did a lot about password managers this month. Password managers changed my life. I think everybody needs to have a password manager no matter what you have. We just all have so many passwords to remember. It's easy to repeat passwords. It's easy to not get very secure passwords. So this is really essential when we've got so many different online systems that we're logging into. So we go through our top passwords. We do use Dashlane, and that's what we recommend. But they will also store things like credit card information, addresses, anything that you routinely fill out on a form. But the primary benefit is those passwords. You can do really secure generated passwords in that. And as a spinoff on that, we talked about a question that we get a lot. A lot of students ask if they can share their password with their best friend. And they think because they're friends, because their friend would never do anything to hurt them, it's completely secure. But we've seen a lot of downside to that. There's the potential for their friends getting on there, getting upset with them, posting to their social media accounts, or their friends sharing it to somebody else, and then that password just gets out of hand. So that's another way a password manager comes in handy, because you can just change your password right away. You can even change multiple passwords in one shot. But we went through that question with those. So then we have tips to limit screen time without conflict. Screen time is a very hot topic. Most students are probably having more screen time than parents or educators want them to have. But it's a fine line trying to get on top of that. So we asked a bunch of experts in their field. We have 50 plus tips for you to go through, and we have some great ideas in there from these experts about how to limit screen time and get your student on your side, so you're doing it together instead of fighting against your students.
And you've done a great job. Our content team has sourced people from all over the country. I mean, parenting nerd Elizabeth is an expert there. Dads Agree, Brandon Walsh, all these parenting and all these experts who are trying to make sure your family is productive online. I just love that one because it's got so many tips. Walk us through, okay, all the rage right now. If you're a partner right now and you're worried about this AI writing papers, walk us through this resource that we have, AI writing tools for students, what you need to know about Jasper AI, Chat GPT, which this is the $1 billion brand, and more.
Yeah, I mean, these AI writing tools are all over the news right now. I heard about it from my 17-year-old because him and his friends jump on there and start writing silly stories or do weird writing prompts, and they just think it's hilarious. And so there's a lot of good that can come. You can even play games with it. We've got a clip down below on this page where you can play 20 questions with ChatGPT. And you can also use it for like brainstorming titles or introduction paragraphs for essays and just get you going on some writing ideas. Obviously, there's some downside. There's been a lot of cheating with this. Teachers have a hard time telling when writing has been created using an AI writing tool. And there's not really a great way to determine whether the student wrote it or the AI wrote it. But we've got some red flags you guys can look for. There's a few tools out there. Right there, we've got a tool up above in the link that you can click on, and it's not completely accurate, but it does give you a starting point if you suspect a student has used one of these tools for their schoolwork. But one of the things to look for too is there's no emotion in the writing. It's very well written, so you can look for changes in the style from the student's previous work. And there are actually some interesting ways to use this in the classroom though too. Like I said, it's great for brainstorming. It's great for fine-tuning writing. And I've seen quite a few when I was looking into these apps. I talked to several people that hire for companies, and they actually hire people who know how to use these apps well to create content for them. So there's some potential job opportunities out there if students get good, because there is some skill involved. It's not just plugging stuff in. So
I like to think of this. Some of my friends in education are like, the world is ending. We're all going to get lazy. And I'm like, hold on, buddy. The world didn't end when bicycles all of a sudden had e-bikes, electric bikes introduced. This is like an e-bike. Yes, some students will try and cheat, and some will be lazy because the e-bike will drive itself. But you will also notice you still need to be a skilled driver. You still, even in the best, Rachel you work really hard at writing with us. We could not replace you with AI because it needs so much work. And to us, it's like an e-bike. It will write a paragraph or 3 or 4 and give you an outline and give you some research, but we still need humans. So I'm not worried, but I will tell the educators on this list, I was listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he had a really good point. If all we're worried about is students turning in papers to try and get an A, maybe we're grading them wrong. And maybe we should see, what did you learn? Teach us live on what did you learn? Present to us, and then maybe we reward the learning, the example, the project, rather than just submitting a paper. So that's something for all of our educator friends. We're going to see a transition maybe there about how do we grade the outcome of what the student learned. Maybe the student uses this tool to become a better writer. We don't know. Give us feedback on that. All right, Rachel, you're doing great. What would you tell people who are going, all right, February is coming down the pike. We need to know, what are we going to do about TikTok and these live events? What do you want to tell people about that?
Well, TikTok's huge. That's primarily what students are using for their social media platform. If they're on social media, chances are they're using TikTok. So this is a great one to encourage parents and educators to come to. We're going to go through everything you need to know safety-wise. There's a lot of security issues that are popping up with TikTok recently, and we're going to cover that. So I think it's important for anybody that's interacting with students to be at.
Now, these dates are not accurate, educators, but this is what we show a lot of our newer partners. Is in January, we had 6 dates to choose from, where yours truly was teaching the class and live chatting and giving away, quite frankly, Amazon gift cards to people who were just super helpful in the chat, which is so much fun. Because we want to reward people for showing up and asking good questions. In February, we'll have different dates than this, but at least you'll see the times and how many opportunities we give parents to join these deep dive events. So we're super pumped. Thank you to the content team, especially Rachel, and everybody who works at Smart Social. If you are a partner of ours or considering being a partner, you're like, what's this all about? Set up a call with us. Thank you to everybody who's helping us to keep students safe so they can shine online. We'll see you all very soon. Have a great rest of the day.